Yo, what's good, guys? It is State here once again, and we are almost underway with round 3. We have two local Floridians, pro Floridians, going at it. Giovanni Gonzalez recently coming off a top 64 at the 200th YCS, and Eddie Izquierdo. He's a god down here. Don't need to say much. But yeah, we have Skyshaker versus Gouki. We're going to go ahead and get them started real quick. Let me go ahead and get them on. Let me see. There we go. There we go. All right, let me go tell them to go. Alrighty, and we have begun. So let's see. Eddie's going first, starting with Foolish. YGO opened Impermanence as his only hand trap. YGO's hand is horrendous. Afterburner, double multi-roll. I think that's Call by the Grave, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. No, that looks like Twin. Could be Twin Twisters. 2 multi-roll. YGO's hand is not going to be anywhere near compatible play through this Gouki combo. Start off with Soul Day. He has DDR rematch. I think that's Mally in his hand, so not that bad. And Super X and Junk Forward. Super X is being added off of the Head Bat, and Junk Forward is added via Soul Day's effect, and now he cannot special or normal Junk Forward for the rest of the turn. So he's going to send 1 Pen Cost, and Gio's going to Impermanence the Soul Day. So let's see. And now you can DDR, discarding the Mally in his hand to special him in the Silent Boots back. And YGO probably should just scoop at this point to save time, because Eddie has full combo now. Now he'll be able to start his Gouki train, summoning a Gouki off of Summon Sorceress, and then being able to search Rematch and continue his Extra Linked as to where YGO cannot play. He's going to end with Trigate, negating the Afterburner in his hand. So, doesn't look too good for YGO as of right now. Yep, Jacob, that is the Giovanni Gonzalez, the Italian stallion of Florida. Yeah, unfortunately, 313 gamer, that pretty much is YuGiOh right now. You open combo, you got it. You open a hand trap, no, go to the next game, guy. Like, it's unfortunate. Yeah, I probably would have Impermanence Firewall too in this instance. It's just sometimes hard to say, especially in YGIO's deck. I don't think they can complete the Extra Link with the Firewall. Depending on Eddie's hand, he could have. I think he could have, realistically, because then he would have held the DDR on the Mally for later on in the combo. Yeah, and YGIO's just going to scoop it up here. He drew Rhoda, so that wouldn't have done much. So yeah, we're going to game 2. Gouki gets game 1. Yeah, so let's see a YGIO side deck. YGIO's going to be going first. He's going to be siding 3 Forbidden Graveyard, and that's about it. He has 3 Pranker Tops, 2 Evenly, 3 Forbidden Graveyard, 3 Heavy Storm Duster, 3 Mind Control, and a Twin Twister. So as he's going first, he's just going to be siding the 3 copies of Forbidden Graveyard, to my knowledge, and he's probably going to side out let's say definitely the Twin Twisters, and maybe a Foolish Burial Goods. I'm not sure. Maybe an Ash. More than likely an Ash. Probably an Ash and 2 Twins. I would see those 3 cards coming out. And for Eddie, going second against Sky Striker, I do see 3 Twin Twister in his side deck, along with the 2 Hey Trunade. There's definitely going to be the 5 cards coming in. So this way Eddie will be able to push through any back row. Yeah, no, he didn't have Ray. Well, he would have had Ray with the he would have had Ray with the rotor draw, but then he was getting Gumblar for 4 more than likely. So yeah. Yeah, no, Willie, I wholeheartedly agree. I couldn't have read the DDR. There's no way. I see the Gouki deck as, I always think that the Gouki deck has some way of extending, unless it's like blatantly obvious that they don't have an extender, that they had to make a very weak play to get to the combo. Whereas in Eddie's scenario, he played normally. He played like he didn't showcase the lack of extenders. So I would have assumed that he had another extender. So that's why I don't think it was correct to impermanence the Isolde. But then again, that's not everybody's opinion. Yeah, YuGiOh's hand was very weak. I would have definitely held it for the impermanence. I would have held the impermanence for the Firewall, because that's the most detrimental thing you could do. So there's that. But hopefully we'll see some more action from YuGiOh in Game 2. He's a very, very seasoned Sky Striker builder. He's been playing this deck actually since it came out. Has not switched. Maybe once to Gouki, but that was like for like a week or 2. But he's been playing Sky Striker for a very long time. He has his first YCS top with the deck. I think 1 or 2 regional tops with it. He knows what he's doing. Just not in that instance. So let's see. Is there anything wrong with the stream, Driven Dust? I can get Machado to come look at it. I don't think anything's wrong. I'm looking at the stream right now. Seems fine. Alright, so let's see. YuGiOh goes first. He opened the Forbidden Graveyard. Oh, he opened 2 Forbidden Graveyard. He opened Rhoda. So he's going to guarantee himself a Ray. Now, he doesn't have the attack with Hyate, so he can't guarantee himself engage as of this point. So I hope that he just doesn't. I hope he doesn't just Shizuku pass. That would not be beneficial. So I see 2 Forbidden Graveyard, a Ray. I think I saw another monster in his hand. That might be a Bell or an Ogre. That's an Ogre. All right. So he opened summon Ray. I'm trying to figure out the other card in his hand. Yeah. Oh no, he's just gonna Shizuku pass. That is not good. Shoot. Yeah, set the Forbidden Graveyard. That's Ogre. And I think that's multi-roll in his hand. Yep. Jeez, his hand is not strong at all. He has an Ogre to try and stop Eddie's plays going second. Going second, it's much harder for the Gouki deck for you to hand trap Gouki correctly because they're freestyling depending on what they have in their hand. They're trying to go for game, not just set up a combo. So you have to be very, very careful what you hand trap going second. If you only have 1, let's see. Yeah, though Forbidden Graveyard is a very powerful card, going second, you are still susceptible to being OTK'd. But I think he's fine rather than not fine. Because he does have a Ray in the graveyard, so he can special win another monster. Alright, so Armageddon Knight and Junk Forward. Now, YuGiOh might be thinking about ogring there, but that's just incorrect. I would rather just ogre the Isolde. But now that he has Mali, God, what am I? Yeah, it's not looking good. Oh, he opened DDR again. Oh no. Is that Call by the Grave too? I think that's Instant Fusion, Call by the Grave, DDR, and another monster. Oh, no, it's not looking good for YGO. Eddie's trying to think about his next play. Oh, yeah, Shade Brigadine, DDR. I can't tell the other two cards. He's probably gonna make a Soul Day or Phoenix, depending on how he's feeling. Oh no! Why didn't he on Resolution? He should have activated Forbidden Graveyard. Oh no! YuGiOh, no, you should have slammed down Forbidden Graveyard as soon as you saw Mally. This way you could ogre the Isolde and then be fine. Or be in a better position for that matter. Shoot. Yeah, he didn't activate it in time. Does it say it's negated? Let me see. Yeah, I think it's still negated. Let me see. Let me read Forbidden Graveyard real quick. Yeah, effects that activate in this turn are negated. Yeah, so it wouldn't be able to resolve. That's fine. My bad. Alright, so yeah, it's negated. And then he's gonna probably ogre the Isolde. Did he chose to add? Oh, I don't know if he chose to add. Wow, why didn't YuGiOh ogre that? Now that you have Forbidden Graveyard live, I would have definitely ogred that. Or he's probably gonna ogre the Sorceress. Yeah, I think he's just saving the ogre for the Sorceress. See now, if Eddie didn't actually attempt to use the add effect, then I could see why waiting on the Sorceress would be correct. See, I don't know. Don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, so he's definitely gonna. And then this is where he's gonna ogre. Let's see. Let's see how Eddie can combat that. And there he is, DDR. He can bring back the Mally. This way he can have it for the next turn. Or he can banish Isolde. Or actually, he can banish Junk Forward and Armageddonite to add back Sword, and then DDR the Armageddonite. I don't know what else he would send. Let me see what's in his deck. Plays Boots. Plays a ton of hand traps in the main. Yeah, there's no other monsters. Yeah, I would definitely just rather bring back the Mally and try to push through the Ray because he doesn't have any Sky Striker cards in the graveyard, to my knowledge. Right? No, he doesn't. So I'd rather push through the Ray now and not leave him with a Sky Striker monster on the field. Yeah, I personally would just DDR and start being a little aggressive, because once you give Sky Striker a turn, they'll be able to, especially since he has Engage in his hand, I would definitely want to, oh, okay. So now YuGiOh has Engage and 3 spells in the graveyard, so he's going to start going off. And with Eddie not having a hand trap to my knowledge, does not look good for him this game. Oh, does Forbidden River say cards? I did not know that. Let me see. Yeah, it says cards. Okay, so yeah, he couldn't sword, which is correct. So he's going to activate multi-roll and then engage. Yeah, but now leaving the Gouki there was right, because now he's going to get a search for his next turn, because I don't think YuGiOh can OTK him. Does he play Boral Sword? Yes, he does. So if YuGiOh plays Boral Sword, then he could switch the monster to attack mode and then OTK him on this turn. Let's see if he gets enough monsters. Let me see. Boral Sword. Yeah, because if he somehow gets to drones and shark cannon, he can shark cannon the Isolde, special summon it, and then drones out a token, make a link monster from that, and then make Boral Sword. See if he can kill him. Want to see what we can do here. Yeah, I agree. Forbidden Graveyard is I underrated the card. Definitely very, very, very strong. Yeah, it completely shut Eddie down, actually. I'm confused as to why the Hayate was made. Yeah, YuGiOh with this much advantage. He already activated and resolved 3 engages, to my knowledge. So yeah, definitely in a very good position. What is that? Eagle Booster? Looks like with the glare. Yeah, Eagle Booster. So yeah, he's pretty set. I don't see Eddie winning this game unless his top deck is actually insane. Drew another multi-roll off of the engaged draw. No, I'm saying Boral Sword switch to defense if he can get another monster on board. I believe it's 5 rounds. Personally, the meta, it just needs a ban list. It really, really does. Sky Strikers is for the most part balanced. Gouki needs a hit. The FTK deck needs a hit. God. Thunder Dragons, maybe a slap on the wrist, I would say. But I don't think they're doing that much in the aspect of them needing a ban or a hyper hit, I guess. I think Thunder Dragons are fine. Maybe a slap on the wrist. Maybe Gold Shark to 1 or 2. Allure to 1 or 2. Definitely, I think. This way, when every other deck gets hit, Thunder Dragons won't be just absolutely OP. But I definitely agree that the extra linking problem needs a change. The FTK decks need to go goodbye. And the Gouki deck needs to slow down because the game is extremely, extremely fast. Me personally, I am a fan. If the format was like a Sky Striker deck, a Sky Striker mirror format, like a slow, grindy format like that, I would love that. But Master Rule 4 makes that just impossible. Absolutely impossible. So, I don't know. ACAM at State. Jacob, yeah, please just come over and hit me, bro. Like, all right, so Eddie opened a twin, so he's gonna hit probably the Widow Anchors. I don't know which YGO set. Yeah, no, I'm retired. It's funny. Let's see. So if he targeted the Widow or the Eagle Booster, he's going to chain. Alright, so activating permanent. So We got to keep an eye on, yeah, I know, my one eye. We're going to keep my one eye on the column that is currently impermanence locked, which is the column, the extra column that YGO is not using. Oh my gosh, another twin. Good God. So now he's going to chain the Eagle Booster on Shizuku. And he's going to Widow Anchor. I think take the... I'm surprised he didn't take the Octo Stretch. Not that it shuts off anything now. Leaving Eddie with a monster, I don't know about that. Seeing how little cards he has. Oh, the second Forbidden? He discarded the first Forbidden? He discarded the second Forbidden. You are right, Cam. You are absolutely right. So I'm trying to look at the commentary and not noticing. So DDR, discard the sword. Oh, YGO doesn't have a hand trap. This is not looking good. So, Sweet Z96. The prizes are for first place $400 cash. Second place is $200 cash. Third and fourth, $100 cash each. And fifth through eighth each takes $50. And Abessio, the equip count for Eddie. One sword, one DDR. Oh, wow, only 2 equip spells. Yeah, only 2 equip spells in Eddie's deck right now. That is very interesting. So he's not trying to summon Armageddonite off of Isolde. We ain't about all that. Yep, only 2. Only 2 equip spells. That's actually really interesting. That doesn't seem correct in my eyes, but what do I know? I'm personally a fan of Dolphin now that Droll is in the format. This way you don't get drolled. Yeah, Kamal's here. We're probably gonna put him on next if he wins. So you'll see what Kamal's playing. All right, guys, we got Ruben Pendrada. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
I did. Wow.
What's up, guys?
This guy is a pro Mo in the flesh.
Eddie's hand was broken.
Here's tits.
If Gio didn't have Forbidden Graveyard, this game would have been over.
Well, now it's Eddie's turn, and he's about to pop off. Eddie a double twin.
Yeah, I saw that. It just clears the round. He's gonna rematch. He has Mally too, make a firewall, and then he's just gonna combo from there. It doesn't matter that he got stopped turn 1. Gio needs to have probably a Bell for the rematch, and then maybe another Ogre, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's pretty unfair when Gouki plays against Sky Striker, especially if you open twin or like just a blowout for the back row. It's basically game every time.
Jacob wants to know what's your value on a kidney.
Value on a kidney. $1.50.
Tree fitting. Oh,
$3.50? $3.50. Okay, I'll take it. $3.50.
All right, bet. Counter offer.
YuGiOh has Bell. Oh.
All right then. Oh wow.
Yeah, he did Bell. I mean, is the Shizuku protected by
the Eagle Booster? Yeah, it is.
Is there 3 spells in the grave?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't see Eddie going anywhere now. I mean, next turn he's just going to add back Engage. He takes the Unicorn, makes a Topological Bomber Dragon. He just proceeds to win from there.
Yep.
I mean, he does have Reborn, so he can Reborn back something, but I don't think the Reborn's going to help him too much.
All right. Sun says, don't get rid of it until he gets here.
Ray's offering me $375, so you better hurry.
I'll trade you my extra switch.
Ooh.
Oof.
Damn. It's kind of value. I mean,
I guess Eddie's just going to attack and pass, ain't it?
he has Reborn in hand. If he hasn't used Firewall yet, he can just Reborn a monster, make the Firewall, and just start comboing from there. And he can probably just kill him if he plays, like, maybe...
If he can Firewall, bounce a Gouki, and then add another rematch, he plays 2. So
He plays 2 rematch, so...
he could potentially do...
He could do that, as well as it's just... He needs to just Reborn back a monster so he can make the Firewall. I don't think doing the Mermaid play right now is correct. Yeah. So, Reborning here, if he has a Gouki that hasn't used its effect yet, I think Eddie just goes back into the driver's seat of this game. It just really depends on what he's targeting. And if YuGiOh has another hand trap.
Eddie does not play Borosword.
You don't need Borosword here. If you can just, like, summon a Binary Sorceress, make your Gumblar, like, ridiculous, like 40-something, and then you make a Trigate, and then you can just punch over the Shizuku a couple times.
Yeah.
What happened to the Reborn? Oh, Reborning Ray.
That's
Okay.
cute.
That's interesting. I mean, I don't think it really matters. It's just a monster to go into Firewall.
Yeah.
He already used Binary. If he already used Binary, I wasn't watching the full match. Then I guess his best way would be maybe like make a Firewall, summon the Ibli, give it to his opponent, and hope he can't get rid of it, and like gets rid of all his resources. But
YuGiOh play Mermaid? No.
YuGiOh does not. I think YuGiOh's ace in the hole right now. Just if he can resolve engage next turn, search Widow Anchor, he just makes a Bomber Dragon, and that just wins the game right there.
Oh.
That's interesting. He just wants to rip the cards out of YuGiOh's hand apparently.
YuGiOh chooses, so he's going to be left with the engage regardless.
I mean, he can just add the sword back.
And he didn't.
He didn't. That's really interesting.
I don't know what's going on.
Gumblar is mandatory, so Gumblar would have to be Chain Link 1, and I think that's what YuGiOh's explaining. And even though Eddie has no cards in hand right now when he draws off the Mermaid and Gumblar tries to resolve, he just discards the 1 card in his hand, which is a mandatory effect, which is sometimes unfortunate, but in this scenario, I guess since YuGiOh gets to choose, he just keeps the engage.
Yeah, him not adding back the sword was very detrimental.
Yeah, if he was able to add back the sword, he would have been in such an advantageous spot because he takes 2 of YuGiOh's cards. Maybe he doesn't attack for the most, and he drew Hornet Drones, which I guess is kind of interesting. One of in a deck like that only works sometimes, not all the time.
Sometimes, not all the time.
Not anything towards the actually Nadir, but it's true. It's one of those cards that can really just, you draw it and you wish it was any other extender because you have monsters in your main monster zone. Like, let's just say he didn't Gumblar right now, he wished that was another monster, or just anything in general. Mm-hmm. So it's one of those cards where you can choose to be like, I'm going to play one of it. If I draw it, I draw it. If I don't, I don't. Or you can just be like, I guess I'm not going to play because I don't want to risk drawing this instead of an actual monster that I can use off Firewall or anything like that.
So, yeah, this is unfortunate because
I really don't think there's a way Eddie can get out of this because whatever he makes, like he makes a Phoenix here, he's just going to, even if he gives YuGiOh the Ibli, he's just going to make a Link 2, engage for Widow Anchor, make the Bomber Dragon, and the Bomber Dragon is just going to win the game. Even if he crashes with the Gumblar, I mean, it doesn't matter. Maybe he forgot it was under Ego Booster, which might be big if that's what he thought was going on. Because just doing a little bit of damage here is not really going to change too much of the game. And if I were in Eddie's position, I might just scoop it up. Oh, drawing multi-roll for turn, that's really strong.
I thought he activated engage. Oh my gosh, that's insane.
Drawing multi-roll, I think ensures YuGiOh the win right here.
Yep.
Like I said, it's just a matter of like you take away the monster that are co-linked with the engage, especially having multi-roll, it just lets you keep going. It just doesn't stop any of your plays or anything like that. It's pretty good. Yeah, I really don't think there's anything Eddie can do at this point. He definitely has to scoop it up, maybe save some time, so there's really no issue when it comes to Game 3, because Game 3 he's at an advantageous position going first, obviously. He doesn't have to deal with Forbidden Graveyard again. And you see YGO search for the Widow Anchor. I know there's a little bit of glare with the camera. You're going to have to excuse us for that. But he's also getting the draw here, so he's going to end up with 3 cards. And then that multi-roll is going to allow him to reset at least 2 cards, because he should be activating the Widow Anchor this turn, so he can reset like a Widow Anchor and then a Shark Cannon or anything like that just to ensure he wins next turn. Just trying to see what YGO drew off that engage. Like, if you drew the second Widow Anchor, I mean, I think this game's 100% over. He just takes both monsters, swings, and then he can make any Link monster and just really ends the game right there. The only, like, saving grace would be Soul Charge, and at that point, we don't know how much life points that he would be at to even use it. So, how much time is left in round? Do we know back here?
No. Let me go ahead.
So, we're going to go check right now for the time in round so we can let you guys know. Yeah, like here you see YGO just decides to take the Gumblar. He's probably going to swing over the Phoenix with the Gumblar and then swing with Kagari directly. He has a normal summon. Oh, he's just going to try to push for game right now, which I think is actually a really good move by YGO. Especially if you want to, you can make Shizuku next to the Gumblar so you can reduce the attack of Phoenix.
So just under 10 minutes.
So there's just under 10 minutes left in this game, so it would be wise for Eddie to scoop it up, because I do not think he plays Dolphin in his deck.
Nope.
So if they were to go into time for game 3 and Eddie's just comboing during his turn, it would end up in a draw, which would be unfortunate for both of the duelists, but you never know. Maybe there's something else going through his head. Maybe he's hoping YGO misplays, or just maybe he has a huge lead on life points by this point and he's just hoping that he can stick it out for the next 10 minutes. Let's see. I haven't really taken a look at other people's deck list here.
You shouldn't be able to see that.
Oh. Doesn't matter. Eddie showed me his deck list earlier. That's why I don't care. And YGO and I test so much that I basically know what's inside his deck. Yeah, see, he made the Shizuku. We'll try to fix the glare between rounds, but he just made it so he could swing over the Phoenix and do a little more damage, and this game should be wrapped up. I don't think there's... And even Soul Charge at this point won't get him out of this, because he just makes a Link monster. He's going to be able to reset a Widow Anchor, maybe a Shark Cannon, and then it's over. Like here, you can make a Unicorn, or you can make a Ningirisu, whatever you think will be more powerful. It really doesn't matter at this point. Let's see. Yeah, you see he's going to make a Unicorn. Oh, wow. He has another back row left. He's going to multi-roll. Definitely set a Widow.
Shark Cannon, probably.
Either Shark Cannon or an Eagle Booster. Wouldn't be bad, so that way he can make sure his Unicorn stays on board, because that is his only monster at this point. And with him not setting engage, he wants to be able to guarantee he has a monster to attack next turn, which a lot of people don't realize is extremely important. Oh, Eddie draws Armageddon Knight, but I don't think this is going anywhere. He just Widows, takes it, and then he should just scoop. Yeah,
Right.
you see Eddie scoops right there.
All right, 1-1. We're going to game 3.
So this game 3, hopefully these duelists play pretty quickly, so there is no time issues. We know a lot of people have some complaints about it. Personally, I don't think it's too bad, especially if you're playing a combo deck. You shouldn't go into time, because you should just know all your combos like the back of your hand, like I know a lot of us here do. And you should be able to perform your combos in under 2-3 minutes. Maybe you're playing around hand traps, you give yourself another 2-3 minutes, so you're playing like a 6-minute game 1, then game 2. Yeah, it'll take a little longer because of hand traps, different interactions, maybe you're going second. But then game 3, you should be going back to the basics and just try to combo as fast as possible so you don't lose in time. There is about a little under 10 minutes left in the round.
So let's say like 7 minutes right now.
Yeah, so if these duelists can decide really quickly, maybe Eddie can get his full combo off before the end of the round. And then depending on how YGO looks at it, he might just decide to give Eddie the win if he's able to fully combo. Yeah, I mean, if I was in Eddie's position, I'd probably tell my opponent to go first, side for going second, like you're saying. I don't know if I'd take up the full 3 minutes, because I don't want to risk being called for slow playing or taking too long to side deck, because that'd be extremely unfortunate. Maybe getting a warning or game loss at that point obviously is not something that you want. So he just wants to make sure he puts himself in the most advantageous position to win. like you guys know, it doesn't matter if you do 100 damage or 7,999 damage, and then you go into time. As long as you're ahead by life points, you win. So maybe Eddie's deciding to do that. He's just deciding to go second. Maybe twin twisters, evenly matched, hate grenades, just things like that to blow out the back row. But
Yeah, Gouki can do so much going second rather than...
Yeah, going second, he's just able to take a couple minutes to just start comboing off. And then maybe when there's a minute left, enter the battle phase.
Yeah, so right when YGO... let me see.
Oh my god.
Yeah, YGO did top YCS. He topped the... oh, that's Xavier. That has to be Xavier. So, yeah.
Yeah, Jacob, don't spoil my deck. I am playing the 6-card ABC grass deck with no grass. Obviously, it's really sad we can only play 1A now, but I just decided to make up for it by playing 3 Cs instead of 3 Bs, because like B's obviously the worst one because you're going to get drooled.
So, yeah, let's see. Did Eddie make him go first? If I were in Eddie's position, I would 100% tell YGO to go first.
Anyone would want, and YGO seems to open Fusion and Impermanence. I can't really see the other cards. He has a field spell, so he's likely to get a starter, and even if this resolves, he's able to get a draw.
Oh my god, I failed.
He whiffed. Terraforming and 2 hand traps, so that does not look good for him. Yeah, so letting Sky Striker go second is really scary, especially with the addition of Hayate now, so it's really scary. And YGO just looks like he bricked. So if and
mid-breaker
draws
field.
Mid-breaker for turn, that looks like the game might just be over right there. And you can see YGO just sitting back. There's nothing left he can do. Eddie looks like he has evenly in his hand. Hornet drones, boots. Oh, that's not evenly. That is the Phantom Knight's trap. Oh, he's just going to special summon boots from his hand so he doesn't have to use his normal summon. Wow. See, this is why a lot of duelists decide to play this package in their Gouki deck or just any extra link deck. It's so good. It allows you to play without normal summoning, which is pretty big, especially if you get hand trapped, because this allows your normal summon to just be an extender. And in spots like this, those were 2 of his only 3 warriors, so this is Soul Day actually does seem kind of vital. And you see Eddie's using the effect, and he decides to chain the Hornet drones. So he's just going to be in such an advantageous position as long as he knows time is nearing by. He just combos for maybe a minute or 2, then gets his monsters ready, enters the battle phase. He doesn't even have to kill YGO. He just has to do enough, and then he can combo.
He just has to attack, and then...
He has to do damage, and then he can finish his combo during the main phase too, and it really won't matter. The only thing is it's very risky, since Midfield Breaker only protects you during main phase 1. If anything were to go wrong in the battle phase, etc., any surprises, anything like that, there could be some issues because he's not as protected main phase 2. And like we said, he's not playing Dolphin, so he won't be able to do that extra damage during a main phase. See here, he searched Suprex off Octo Stretch. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. He's just going to summon Mali off of Summon Sorcerers here. Just get the combo rolling. I think YGO realizes this game's over. He's just hoping that Eddie maybe does not realize how much time is left in the round and doesn't go into the battle phase. That would obviously be pretty big. It'd be very unfortunate, but YGO's just hoping maybe they draw at this point. He doesn't lose anything by just waiting it out. I mean, if time gets called, time gets called. He's just hoping his opponent doesn't go into the battle phase. Obviously, it's not the best strategy, but you can hope for. Oh, and Eddie does hit the Metaphose Fusion. I don't know how much I would have wanted to hit that back row since he was so easy to get rid of it with the field spell. I maybe would have gone for any of the other 2, but obviously at this point it doesn't really seem to matter too much.
Yeah, this is taking too long.
Yeah, he's wasting time, but I see he has Super X Twist Cobra hit. So he's most likely just going to be like normal summon Super X, special Twist Cobra, go into battle phase, and that should be game. Because Twist Cobra, Super X, right there, I think that's 50-something damage by itself, because it's 18 from Super X, 16 from Twist Cobra, and then another 18 from Twist Cobra's effect. So that's 36, that's 52, and then the Summon Sorceress with 24. Yeah, so, I mean, what you're saying is right, that there are really low odds that YGO has a hand trap in hand, technically. And we hear the timer bell go off, so I'm going to go see, since there is a separate timer for our duelist. Here at the feature match table, I'm going to go inform them that they have a couple seconds before the bell rings for them.
He attacked, so...
He attacked, that's the end of the game.
Yeah, it's a game. Nothing you can do, Jim. As long as you were able to do damage. Yeah, it's a match. So the match goes to Eddie.